You can either dress up as Mary Todd Lincoln and help me win this presidency, or you can pack your things and leave. There's the door. There's the door, bitch!
Today, I want to do a tier ranking on the Never Have I Ever characters. I would say overall, I think season 1 was a little bit better to me, although I liked how the second season kind of brought in new problems and stuff that season 1 didn't tackle. I don't know, I love this show. I have mixed feelings about it, and I have mixed feelings about the main character. We will get there. But overall, I think it's a great show. Just to let you know, of course there's going to be spoilers here. If I'm ranking the characters, I have to talk about them completely. I'll be honest though, my memory when it comes to like TV shows and just anything is a bit wacky. I said before in my last video, I have goldfish level memory. So yeah, I might look at some characters, might not even remember their names. But bear with me here, I still care about them. But yeah, let's get this started. Well, first of all, let me just explain my ranking. So at the very top, we have straight up God tier. People usually name the top red one God tier, and these are the characters that are pretty much flawless. Then right underneath that, we have I'm always on their side. So these are like the A-level characters that aren't good enough to make it all the way to the top, but I definitely respect them. I'm usually on their side for most of their issues, and I would want to be their friend. And then underneath that, we have pretty decent. These are the characters that maybe there is some improvement with them. I'm just not feeling them too much, and maybe I have some kind of problem with them, but we'll hash it out. Underneath that, I have So these are the characters that most likely are on the side. They're just there. They might not be bad enough to go all the way at the bottom, but the pretty decent characters are better than them, so that's where they go. And then at the very bottom, I have There's the Door. I'm not sure if you can see me pointing. It's just like, get out. We're over this. Please, no. Let's be done with this. Let's be done now. I cannot take this character. They need to leave. They just unacceptable. Okay, so let's start off with Ben. I actually kind of like Ben. He's just pissed off at Davy for most of the season. His relationship with Anisa is I think he's a good person, but am I always on his side? If I remember correctly, I don't think he did anything particularly wrong this season. It's just that I don't feel anything for Ben that much. Like, I feel bad for him that Davy cheated on him with Paxton, but then again, Paxton's really hot. We will get to that. But I wish there was a little bit more growth with this character season 2. I feel like we definitely got a lot more from him season 1, so I can't put him on the always on their side. I just don't feel that close connection with him. Although I do like him as a character. I think he's funny, I think he's smart, and I actually think that he's better for Davy, but just not right now. You could tell that there's tension between them, but it's just not ready to happen yet. After thinking about all of that, I'm gonna put Ben in the pretty decent category. I used to like him more than Paxton, but I think after finishing season 2, I might like Paxton a little bit more. And you know what? Just so happens Paxton is our next character to look at. So Paxton is an interesting one because I think he's hot. I sometimes can't stand him because I don't like the way that he is embarrassed by Davy. I find it really disrespectful. I hate the trope of like the popular person not wanting to be around the nerd or something, but they still have feelings for them. Paxton could be kind of just not aware that he should be doing better. By the mid to later season of 2, he's actually starting to focus on school more, which is like good for him. You know, he cares about college and stuff. Although I will say, while his reaction to Davy cheating on him is valid, and I did not expect the whole like Regina George car hitting situation to happen, I think it was so wrong for him to be like, Yeah, so you have to do my homework because I had a swimming scholarship and you ruined that because now I broke my arm because I was running in the road because of you, and you have to do all my work now for the rest of the year. Like, excuse me, no, that's just not how it works. Like, I know Davy was disrespectful, but
how is this a solution?
And for that, I was just annoyed at Paxton, but he does get better. And I think when Davy becomes like his tutor instead of just doing his work, I don't know, I do like his connection with Davy. I really do. I think they're cute together. And I just had to say, like, when they start getting back together but not completely, and he's still ashamed to be around her, it sucks. But when he sneaks through her window, I was just like, this man is everything. Like, it makes me sad. How come a boy has never sneaked in my window just to make out with me in the night? Like, the fact that that has never happened to me, it's just a shame. It truly is tragic. And for that, I just have so many mixed feelings about Paxton. I think he kind of redeemed himself by the end when he went to the dance with Davy. But still, I can't put him on always on their side because he had too many annoying moments. He's not he's like in the same area as Ben, but I'm gonna just put him above Ben. I like Paxton a little bit more now. Okay, so this man, I'm sorry, we're already on the third character. I don't know who this man is. Oh, actually no, I do know who he is. I just don't know his name. But I do know he's the person who played as Bolin from Legend of Korra. But anyways, his character sucks, and I don't like the way that he treats Kamala. It's just sad that there are people like him, of course, in the world. It's like the passive-aggressive people that you really have to look out for. The fact that Kamala did everything just to impress him, and he was still so disrespectful by leaving her off of the paper. I mean, there's the door. I don't even have to talk about him that much. Come on.
There's the door, bitch!
You did not come here for me to roast this man that we don't even know his name. Next we have, oh shoot, I don't know her name either. I'm gonna call her Davy's grandma because that's who she is. And she's also Mohan's mother, so it's Davy's grandma on her dad's side. Now, I like her new role in the family in that she's someone that the mom can rely on now. I'm actually going to put her above Paxton in bed. Because of that one time where she slapped Davy. It was just the funniest thing ever. And from there on, I was like, this woman's an absolute icon. I'm always on her side. I don't have a problem with her. She's great. So next we have my girl, Anisa. And I do like her a lot. It's already interesting enough to see another Indian character on the show and then Davy's reaction to this. So to now have someone that's like her, but prettier and cooler and just overall more of like a chill kind of personality. Of course, Davy's gonna see her as a threat. Her relationship with Ben too, I wasn't a fan of it. I mean, obviously, because you could just tell with the tension in the room, Ben and Davy are obviously gonna get back together. They are. The tension between Ben and Anisa, it's just not there. I also like her storyline around anorexia, and I will just say, this is probably the worst thing Davy has done. First, she spread that lie, then she didn't admit to it, and then on top of that, she gave the worst apology. In that moment, I was like, I really cannot stand having Davy as the main character. I just cannot take it sometimes. But back to Anisa. I think the way that she reacted to Davy admitting that she's the one who started the lie, and the way that she reacted to Davy's first apology to spreading the lie, it's all valid, and it made me like her even more because she's like, I'm not pulling up with this BS, you know? It's just, I mean, what else do I have to say? She's great. I'm putting her on, I'm always on their side because I haven't had a problem with her. So next we have, okay, we've come across another character. I don't know his name. I'm so sorry. And I do like him. This is Kamala's boyfriend. Here's the thing. I would put him in pretty decent, but there was one moment of the show that he kind of was pissing me off a bit. When Kamala was explaining to him how the guys in the lab are mistreating her, her name isn't written on the lab report thingy. And he was just like, oh, well, lift your chin up, but also lay low because you just gotta get through it. And it's just like the mixed advice that he's giving her right now. It's just all so confusing. It doesn't make sense. I want to put him in pretty decent, but I think there's more dimension to Paxton and Ben. So, but he's definitely not There's a Door level bad. He's also hot. But he's just not doing it for me personally. It goes in the eh. So next we have Davy's therapist. I think her name is Dr. Jamie Ryan. I might be wrong. If I'm right, then yay, I get 5 points for that. I love the therapist so much. The advice that she gives Davy is really valuable. Every time she shows up on screen, my heart feels warm. So, I mean, I actually don't even want to put her in just a I'm always on their side. If she wasn't here, like the way that I could not stand Davy, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't think that I'd be able to watch the show if her character did not exist, you know what I mean? She's just so crucial to what happens next, because Davy's the main character, and hearing from her therapist affects the way Davy's handles situations, so I'm going to have to put her in the straight up God tier. She's literally playing God in the show in a strange way. And then next we have, I believe his name is Jonah, and I don't have strong feelings for Jonah. I feel like he's kind of just there, like, he doesn't play like a super big significant role in the show, which is fine. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna have to put him in eh. So then next I have Malcolm. I know I don't like to overuse words that people already overuse, but I will say I'm pretty sure they made this character just for us to say, yes, he is gaslighting Eleanor. It's just, he's a terrible boyfriend. The way that he makes her feel bad just because she wants to listen to her friends. Her little relationship with Malcolm, probably one of my least favorite plots in the story. But I also feel like it's needed because these are the kind of relationships that do happen in high school. He's the main problem here because the way that he treats her is wrong. He has zero respect for her, zero respect for her friends, makes her feel like the bad guy here when she's done nothing wrong. Yeah, I mean, there's the door, please leave. And this whole, oh, I'm a Disney kid, I'm an actor, I'm not eating it up. I'm not. Like, I can only name a few Disney kids that I actually do like. So even if you are part of the Disney universe, you're not impressing me, sir. Sorry. And then next we have Eleanor. I wish I could put her on I'm always on their side, but this season, I'm sorry, her relationship with Malcolm, really not liking it. Wait until we get to my girl Fabiola. The way that she disrespected my girl Fabiola just for looking out for her. I cannot put her up here. I wish I could, but I can't. I don't want to put her in eh because she's not totally bad. She's just being manipulated by someone who is bad. I'll put her in the pretty decent, but she's definitely lower to me than these two characters. So then next we have Fabiola. I love Fabiola. I think I started to appreciate Fabiola even more in the second season because I love the kind of representation that they're showing of like the LGBT plus community, that just because you are like a lesbian or you're gay or you're bisexual doesn't mean that you fit in a particular box, Like when you compare her with someone like Jonah, who does fit all of the sort of like gay stereotypes, and then we have someone like Fabiola who's like, yeah, I am a lesbian, but I don't understand all of the lingo that like lesbian girls use. I don't know. I feel like I can't fit into these people even though they should be my people. And it's like a really interesting storyline. I like it a lot. And I like how she's just nerdy. She wants to be part of the robotics club. It's something that she's passionate about. I think that she's kind of better than Eve, and I think that she should be with someone who fully supports the things that she likes and maybe even takes an interest in those things. Has she gone on my nerves at all this season? I don't think so. I mean, I did find it kind of annoying how in the beginning, Fabiola and Eleanor were like, oh, Davy, you should pick Paxton, not Ben. I mean, I get it because I like Paxton. Come on, look at him. But I think all the characters on this show, they need a little better listening skills. You know what I mean? Like, they need to listen to what people really want. Although I will say Fabiola falls onto the side of that. She's a little bit more of a better friend. The way that she was looking out for Eleanor, you know, when she saw Malcolm's phone. I like her a lot. I'm definitely about to put her on I'm Always on Their Side. So next we have Kamala. I love this woman so much. She is funny. She's beautiful, she's smart, and I love the storyline that they gave her this season of her standing up to those nasty little science buddies, convention boys that aren't respecting her the way that she deserves to be respected. When that guy didn't put her name down for the lab report, and I like how she stood up for that. She was just like, no. And I kind of like the relationship that might be budding between her and the other teacher. I'm calling him the Pitch Perfect guy because I also don't remember his name. I'm gonna have to obviously put Kamala in I'm Always on Their Side. She's great. I love her. Alright, so then we have, I think his name is Mr. Shapiro. Shapiro? No, Mr. Shapiro, aka the progressive liberal teacher that is so open-minded and thinking about everyone and just thinks that he's just on the same level as the kids. He gives you Will Schuester vibes in that sense. You know what I mean? Like, you're trying to connect, but at the end, you're losing me here. It's just, there's something just so corny about him. So, yeah, obviously, I'm not going to put him in There's a Door because I think he's hilarious. But he's not pretty decent. He just goes in eh. And then next we have Davy's mom. While I do have mixed feelings about her sometimes, because I think that she could be a little harsh, especially in the first season with the whole like moving to India thing. I could get how Davy would be pissed off about that. Sometimes it rubbed me the wrong way. Even in this season too, but I respect her too much to just put her in pretty decent. Even though I am not always on her side, I'm going to put her in that category because I respect her. I also really like her fashion. I think she's the most fashionable character, if I'm being honest. And I think she's a good mom overall. She really cares about her daughter. And I think that, of course, I'm just going to put her in I'm Always on Their Side. I like the mom. Plus, she's also hilarious. So next we have Davy's dad, Mohan. I just want to say, before this man even spoke, the moment I saw his face in the first season, I think it was like the first episode, he belongs in God tier. Okay? Why? He's from Heroes. For those of you who don't know the show Heroes from I think like 2006, he was amazing on that show. And I had a crush on him when I was like 5 or something like that. So do I have a crush on him in this show? Absolutely. I love this man. And not just for his looks, because that's really shallow, but because he's just a bright light in the family dynamic. I like how optimistic and just positive he is. Anytime they show a flashback of him, he's so adorable. Even though, of course, he's dead, the way that his presence is still there to help out Davy through the voicemails, but also there was this one scene where he was talking to her, kind of like a figment of her imagination. Every time he shows up on screen, I don't want him to leave. He can absolutely stay. He literally belongs in God tier because, I mean, he did die, so I guess he's with God now. Yeah, he belongs in the heavens above. I adore this man. Absolutely. Love you. So then next we have Paxton's little sister, Rebecca. She keeps it real. She keeps it 100. She's honest to Paxton. He needs someone like this in his life because I think with the friends that he has, with Trent and those other people, they're not being real enough with him. They're not taking things seriously. I like how she has an interest in fashion. She's so sweet. I love her. I'm gonna put her on I'm Always on Their Side because even though she's not as significant of a character as like maybe these four, the grandma's kind of like more on the side. Whenever she's here, I'm just like, yes, absolutely. All right, so next we have what we have all been waiting for. Next we have Davy, the main character of the show. Now, I think we can all agree, yes, Davy is a jerk. Yes, Davy is disrespectful. Yes, she's also selfish sometimes. Like, when I listen to her speak in the way that I know that she does care about her friends, but I always feel like she just puts her problems first. And I get it. She's a little bit attention seeking. But is she going through a lot? Like, is she going through more than what the average teenage girl would go through? Yeah. So I do feel for her. She's very funny. Sometimes her outfits are on point. Sometimes I'm not crazy about them, but she has some style, you know what I mean? She does dress to me like a real high schooler. I like that. I also think that from each season, she's learning more and more how her actions truly do affect people. That she can't just continue to act selfishly. She has to think more about other people's own feelings and stuff like that. I mean, the whole dating, oh, I have 2 boyfriends thing was low-key kind of funny, but she's just so flawed and imperfect, but she has a good heart. Even though she started a rumor and did all that stuff, I don't want to excuse her actions, but she truly is a good person. You know deep down that she is. She's just struggling. Sometimes she lashes out and she doesn't know how to fix things right. But I can see why Paxton and Ben both like her, because she is pretty bold. First of all, she's smart, she's beautiful, and she's just the kind of person that you want in your life, even though she could be a bit messy. With Davy, I'll be honest, I can't put her on any of these tiers. It's like I'm not feeling any for her, so I'm gonna have to create a separate tier right now, just called the Davy tier. Let me just do that really fast. Yep, we're making my own Davy tier and just putting her right there. So next we have Paxton's friend. Yeah, he gets on my nerves. I think I laughed at only one of his jokes this entire show. He's just like, so yeah, dude, bro, let's blow up some soda bottles. No. Next we have Common. I don't know his name. I will never know his name because it's just Common to me. And I think Common's character is not I think I'll put him in pretty decent because he's respectful to the mom. I love the mom so much on the show. I mean, I could put him in but he's better than these guys, so I'll put him pretty decent. He's alright. He's just like kind of corny to me sometimes. Alright, so next we have Eve. I'm not gonna go too far into this, but I'm not a big fan of Eve. If you do like her character, that's fine. I just personally, I'm not crazy about her relationship with Fabiola. Again, as I said before, I think that Fabiola needs someone who's a little bit more similar to her, or at least respects the things that she likes. With Eve, she's a nice girl, but I think that with the whole dance situation and the fact that Fabiola was missing her robotics club meetings, and that's something that's important to her. Like, yes, I understand that Eve cares about her and Fabiola winning so they could be like this great representation of the school, of that you don't need to have like a prom king and queen. There could be 2 queens, 2 kings, it doesn't matter. I just feel like Eve feels a bit flat to me. Like, anytime I see her on screen, I just I mean, her style's nice. I don't know what else to say here. I feel like her friends were also kind of subtly rude to Fabiola sometimes, and she could have done more to stick up for her. I have too many minor issues with her that when I do the math, I can't put her in pretty decent. She goes in to me. And then next we have, I'm sorry, this is Mr. Pitch Perfect to me. I don't know his name. But yeah, he could go in pretty decent because he's funny. I don't have a problem with him. There's not that much to his character yet, but I can see how he's going to become more important in season 3. His relationship with Kamala might continue. I don't know, but I think they're cute together. And yeah, this is my ranking of the Never Have I Ever characters from season 2. And if you haven't watched the show, I don't know why you watched this whole video, but thank you for giving me your time and attention. But yeah, check out more of my videos, subscribe, like, comment if you want to do all of that. And hopefully I can make more tier ranking videos. I don't know, I've watched a lot of shows that I could talk about in depth, and I can't wait for Never Have I Ever season 3. Yeah, so have a great day, and bye. Bye.